The year was 1864. Civil War fighting was at its peak as Lincoln pressed to preserve the Union. At about the same time, WELS President Johannes Bading saw a need to preserve another institution, WELS. He realized that a key to our synode's future was to establish schools for training pastors and teachers. Today, we celebrate the 150th anniversary of that effort by looking at one of our preparatory schools, which continues on the original Watertown, Wisconsin campus, Luther Prep.
For most of our WELS pastors and teachers, Luther Prep is a key step toward a life of ministry.
You're constantly surrounded in God's Word, constantly rooted in God's Word, and that really fosters that environment to encourage kids to think about going into the ministries.
In many ways, Luther Prep looks like a typical high school, with a full slate of courses and a range of extracurricular activities. Unlike other schools, Luther Prep has a specific purpose: to encourage and prepare young people for lives of service as WELS pastors and teachers.
The faculty is geared so much towards encouraging people to ministry. It's the small comments that say, hey, you would make a good pastor because of this reason.
They told me about all the gifts that I have and how great that would be in a classroom. So when I went to go visit some classrooms, it was just really cool seeing how my gifts could be used in the classroom.
If you see somebody that has that skill set, it's great to be able to encourage them to consider attending prep, to take a look at that as an opportunity to serve the Lord.
And then we did it again.
Because students come here from around the country and the world, most live in campus dormitories, a supportive environment that builds long-term friendships.
When I think of prep, I have such wonderful memories, such fond memories. It was an amazing blessing to me. I feel like I have made some lifelong friends.
I really like having friends from China and Ukraine. It's just really interesting to talk to them and just see what it's like.
And they're really nice about making you feel welcome and making you feel like you really are a big family here.
Just over half of the graduates here go on to Martin Luther College. A significant number of young men go even further, to Wisconsin Lutheran Seminary, to become pastors.
For 150 years, prep has been the main feeder for our pastors, and been doing a great job of that for 150 years.
Not all of Prep's graduates go on to full-time ministry, but every student here has received the benefit of a quality education focused on God's Word, an experience that will serve them the rest of their lives.
One of my best friends, he decided he's not going to go to MLC, but he's fine with it, and I know it's a good decision, and whatever he does, I think Luther Prep really prepared him well for that.
When you graduate, you know that you have the gifts to serve God in whatever you do, and it doesn't have to be in the ministry. It can be in your everyday life or whatever job you decide to do.
If the past is a guide, most of our future church leaders will pass through these halls, part of a ministerial education system that has served our churches for a century and a half.
Luther Prep and Michigan Lutheran Seminary, our synode's other prep school in Michigan, are just the first stage of our ministerial education system. The next step is Martin Luther College in New Ulm, Minnesota, which continues the preparation of future pastors and teachers. And for young men going into the pastoral ministry, our synod operates Wisconsin Lutheran Seminary in Mequon, Wisconsin. 3 levels, 1 ministerial education system set in motion 150 years ago in Watertown, Wisconsin, for the purpose of spreading the gospel at home and throughout the world. To God alone be the glory.